here we go again. It is time. Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to some more Black Ops 6. Today, I'm going to be telling you and showing you how to unlock the Abyss camo in 3 days.
You what?
I already know what's coming. I know 3 days sounds crazy, but it is possible. Let me clear up real quick. I'm not talking about 3 actual days. I'm talking about 3 days of in-game time. It's different, but if you follow my steps, you can get it done in less than a week, just like I did. Regardless, insanely quick. I'm going to be going through most of the different camo challenges to show you the fastest way possible to complete them, including eliminations, as we all know is the majority of the camo grind. Now, for those of you that have clicked on this video and are wondering, yo, why should we listen to this guy? This guy was second in the world to get the Abyss camo, actually the first in the UK, just like Dark Matter and Interstellar. And whilst grinding Abyss, I was top 5 in the world on the leaderboards. I did the same video about Dark Matter. Last year, I did the same with Interstellar, and the year before, the same with Orion, and seemed to help a lot of people out. So I guess I'm back again. But listen, if anything in this video does help you guys out, then please drop a like on the video. And if you just so happen to be new around here, then please subscribe, because we're now on the road to 600k. Now, I say this every time, but if you have a crazy bit of advice that could help someone getting these camos, or I missed something, or you have a specific question, then leave them all in the comments down below, because I'll be reading through all of them and you could definitely help someone. So first of all, let's start off with the game mode that you want to play. Now, of course, this is the Warzone camo grind, but Warzone comes with a bunch of different game modes that you can play. So you can play Battle Royale, which is the normal mode. You can also play Resurgence Area 99, Resurgence Quads, Plunder Quads, or Warzone Bootcamp. I mean, we can ignore that one. Out of all of these, the one that you really want to play is Plunder Quads. I mean, I'm sure that's pretty obvious. The only downside to that is the fact that it's on Urzikstan. It's on a massive map in comparison to, of course, Rebirth Island or Area 99. But the good thing with Plunder is the fact that you respawn even if you die, and you spawn with your loadout, so that saves so much time. Another thing I want to mention is what time of day that you want to play in order to get these camos as fast as possible. Now, that sounds like a trick question, because if you want them as fast as possible, you've really got to play at all times in the day, or at least most times. However, the weapon you use at a certain time in the day has an impact on how fast you will get all of these camos. Let me explain. And listen, I'm talking from experience of playing Plunder Quads all day, every day, pretty much with about 4 hours sleep every night. You find easier lobbies in the morning. So wherever you are in the world, whenever it's the morning for you, your lobbies should be slightly easier in comparison to what they are later in the day, in the afternoon, in the evening, and you want to take advantage of that. Don't get me wrong, you're probably going to be playing at the other times too, depending on when you're able to get on the game and play, but in those easier lobbies, you want to be taking advantage of those and using the more difficult weapons. For example, the shotguns, the marksman rifles, the sniper rifles, the pistols as well, even the knife, the baseball bat. You want to be using those easy morning lobbies and getting these out of the way. And then once it gets later in the day and more sweat start getting into your lobbies, that's when you want to start using the easier weapons, because you can actually compete with those using the meta. Woo! What I noticed about this grind is that it's the most mentally challenging out of all of the other camo grinds that we've had. So because of that, what you want to make sure you're doing is doing everything as efficiently as possible, which means those difficult weapons, you don't want to put yourself through them in a sweaty lobby. You just don't. So just wait for those morning lobbies until you get those decently easy lobbies. That's when you can tackle those. But the next thing is, where do you land? And this is very important for you to be able to get as much progress done as fast as possible. But before we get into all of that, today's video is sponsored by BoohooMAN Gaming. Black Friday is here, and BoohooMAN Gaming has an insane sale where you can get your hands on the top PC games at record low prices. There are over 5,000 discounts available on their Black Friday sale, including Silent Hill 2 with 40% off, Destiny 2 The Final Shape Annual Pass 57% off, Helldivers 2, 20% off, and a lot more. So this is a Black Friday sale that you do not want to miss. With a community of over 6 million gamers who have purchased from them, they are definitely trustworthy, and they offer great discounts on the new biggest releases on PC. So use my link in the description to go over to BoohooMAN Gaming and save more this Black Friday by purchasing your favorite games. A massive thank you to BoohooMAN Gaming for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. A lot of people want to know what the hot drop is on the map, and it's Old Town, right in the center of the map right here, and more specifically right there, exactly where that most wanted contract is. It's not there every game, but that building in particular is where you want to land in the majority of your games. Most people tend to land in Old Town. This guy is about to snipe my head off. Could you please leave me alone, kind sir? But this is the building that you want to be at. Honestly, I want to take credit for this being the Camo building because I remember mentioning it in my first Camo video that I made on Warzone, and since then everybody has started coming to this building to be able to make progress. So someone's about to come through this door, hit the shock trap. Braderz, is that you? By the way, I've done absolutely nothing for someone to recognize me already. So if you thought I was... What the? So if you thought I was boosting in order to get these camos done and nobody seemed to have mentioned the fact that I was boosting in their lobbies, I don't even know what to say. I haven't even got a kill yet and someone already said, Braderz, is that you? But yeah, this is the building that you want to be at to make all of your progress on pretty much every weapon in the game. Whether it's the assault rifles, SMGs, marksman rifles, the snipers, shotguns, absolutely everything, you want to be in this building, or more specifically on top of this building like I am. The reason being is people seem to land back here every single time. If you kill them, they will keep coming back. People go around the surrounding areas right here, sometimes at this castle area, sometimes at this opposite building. Either way, they keep landing back somewhere close to you so you can just get a bunch of kills. Get out of here, buddy. Sometimes it's important to mention the fact that Old Town isn't always the hot drop. Sometimes downtown is the hot drop. Sometimes it can be random places on the map. If the initial plane line doesn't go over the top of Old Town, sometimes it can be a really short one across the top. It can be along the bottom. What I would do personally is leave the game. There is no way I'm staying in.
I'm out, man.
If the hot drop isn't Old Town, 9 times out of 10, I will leave the game and search for a new one simply because I don't want to waste my time. Old Town, if it is the hot drop, you'll get the most amount of kills, the most amount of progress. If it's anywhere else, the lobby can be very, very split. Get off of me, buddy. And that just seems to waste a lot of unnecessary time that doesn't need to be wasted. And that leads me on to the military camos for Warzone, and that is Eliminations. Now, Eliminations aren't the same as just regular kills. Eliminations are slightly different. So you can get eliminations by obviously killing someone, but you also get an elimination by getting an assist. Sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry about that. Let me close this door. So as I said, eliminations, the military camos are kills and assists. They all count as eliminations. So again, what you want to do is land at this main building in Old Town. Even if you die, you want to go straight back there. It sounds crazy, I know, but you really do. You just keep going back here over and over and over again, getting as many kills as you can. But the most important part is, even if you see a gunfight going on and you don't think you would be able to get the kill, you still want to shoot at them like I am now, because look at that, it will count as an elimination. Even if I do not get the kill and get an assist, I will get the elimination. So any gunfight that I see going on, any person that I see flying, I will shoot at them, because a lot of the time they will just fly in back on someone that they probably died to in the past, and they will probably die if you make them weak. So even if you don't get the kill, you will get the elimination. There's so many times where you just won't shoot at someone because you don't think you'll be able to get enough bullets in them to be able to totally finish them. But this changes everything. Since you only have to get a bullet in someone for it to count as an elimination, just do that. Take advantage of that. Also, what I like to do so that I keep this rooftop area, which is where you will get the majority of the kills, I put on shock charges, right? And I'll put on the perk that allows me to recharge my equipment. And what that does is allows me to throw a shock charge right there, exactly where that guy came through. But it also allows me to put one right back there. So it allows me to keep this up top position, because every time they come through that door or climb up the side, they will hit my shock charge and I'll be able to kill them easily. See, he got hit by the shot charge. Absolutely nothing he could do. I would say for maximum efficiency, you want to aim for around 50 eliminations per game, if possible. Of course, not everyone will be able to do that, so that's fine. But if you aim for 50 per game, at least with the assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, those weapons that are actually decent, that means you'll be able to get all of the eliminations and all of the military camos done in 2 games, which is beautiful. It's not possible to get them done in 1 game for sure. I think my max amount of eliminations in a game was 70, and that was kind of a one-off. I would usually aim for around 50. Braderz, why are you playing Plunder if you already... He's wondering why I'm playing if I've already got it done. Abyss guide, bro. And now you're gonna get me killed. Look, he got me. Yo, oh. Oh, he walked right into my shot charge and I could kill him. Now, you might be wondering, what do you do for the eliminations on the shotguns, for example, that aren't the best in Warzone? In fact, they are absolutely terrible. Same thing. You want to go to the exact same spot. Difference is you might not want to be on the roof. You could be inside the building this time. That will help you get a lot of eliminations because people are just back and forth in that building trying to get to the roof. You'll find that a lot of gunfights happen right below you if you're on the rooftop, and that's exactly where you want to be if you have a shotgun. Now, if you have a sniper, it works a little bit differently. Love the vids, King. I appreciate that, man. The sniper works a little bit differently. What you'll want to do is rock overkill so that you can use a regular weapon. Thank you for running into my shot charge, buddy. I'll throw another one down. Throw another one down. Oh my, I'm telling you, I own... Okay. Damn. But anyway, as I was saying, snipers work differently. You want to use overkill. So whilst you're using, I would say, SMGs or shotguns, the close range weapons, right? Whilst you're using those to get all of the eliminations out of the way, you want to have a sniper in your back pocket because you'll notice a lot of gunfights that are way too out of your range, and you can whip out that sniper and get kills whilst you're working on those weapons. So what happened for me was, whilst I was completing the SMGs and whilst I was completing the shotguns, I was able to get all of the eliminations done for the snipers because there would just be random long range fights that I couldn't really compete in. I would whip out the sniper, get the kills, and over time and over the games of me using those SMGs and shotguns, I was also completing the snipers, of course at a very slow rate, but at the same time as me doing the SMGs and shotguns, so that I didn't have to just put on a sniper as my primary and try to get all of the eliminations that way. Again, saving the mental. You want to do this in the most efficient way possible, because if you don't, you're gonna lose your mind. It's as simple as that. So that would be my suggestion for the snipers. Rock overkill, rock a sniper, rock an SMG. Whilst doing the elimination kills for the SMGs, have that sniper in your back pocket for those kills that are just a little bit too far out of your range. They could even be in the sky, flying in. Get the kills with the sniper, and eventually you will get to 100 eliminations. It sounds crazy, but you have to think there's like 7 SMGs, right? And there's also 3 shotguns. So you have 10 weapons that you have to work your way all the way through. You'll be able to get all of the eliminations for the snipers whilst working on these, I'm telling you. And if you don't, just do the same method for another category too. You could have the marksman rifles, still have that sniper as your secondary, and make the progress on that sniper with those kills that are too far out of your range. The melee weapons is where it gets kind of interesting, I'm not gonna lie. So you still have to get quite a lot of eliminations, 50 in comparison to the 100, of course, with the regular guns, but 50 eliminations does feel like it takes a while, I'm not gonna lie. For this, there's a few different methods you could do. You could do the same thing as you do with the shotguns, which is going into that camo building that I described to you guys and just waiting for people to come in, use the shock charges to help you, and just get the eliminations slowly but surely, working your way, you know, in different corners of the building, sneaking up on people, stuff like that. There's a couple other ways too though. You could wait until the end of the bus, the end of the flight, where people are AFK just floating in at the end, and you can try and get some eliminations with your melee weapon there in every game. That will slowly make progress to it, and you could do every game like that. You could wait till the end of the bus every single game, try and get some AFK kills, and then go back to Old Town like you usually would and make the progress on other weapons. The problem with that is a lot of people know about that AFK method, and you'll run into a lot of sweats trying to complete other weapons and kill AFK players whilst you're stood there kind of looking stupid with a melee melee weapon trying to get killed. Now, another method for the melee weapons is to down the enemy. You'll down the enemy with a regular weapon, whether it's an SMG, AR, shotgun, anything. You'll down them, and then what you want to do is hold them hostage. Holding them hostage is where you get behind them and grab them. And what happens is, if you grab them after downing them and then release them, they are no longer down anymore. They just stand there confused. Usually people don't expect you to do that. So once you release them from holding them hostage, you can then kill them with your melee weapon, and it will count as progress towards your melee weapon. By the way, I almost forgot to mention about the pistols. Weirdly enough, the pistols are one of the easiest categories to do. The pistols are broken. I don't know why. Maybe the 9mm PM and the Grekova aren't the best, but the GS45 and the Strider are insanely good. You can just do the same method as what you would do with an SMG. Like I said, just go to that main building, but they are crazy good. I was going on my highest streaks with the pistol, but I think it's time to get to the specific special challenges that people have problems with. And one in particular is the get 5 kills whilst under an enemy UAV, but there's also more that cause problems. These are the challenges where it starts to get a little bit interesting, but funnily enough, you've kind of got the most time-consuming part out of the way. The eliminations, the 100 kills with every weapon, takes the most amount of time realistically, but next you want to get the kills whilst under the UAV. Now there's 4 weapons that you have to do this for: the XM4, the XMG, the Tanto, and unfortunately the baseball bat, which they are definitely very evil for making us do. So what you want to do, and it sounds crazy, but you want to get a UAV, and you might be wondering, Brad, how have you already got a UAV? First of all, let me drop this UAV right here, and let's hope they pick it up. You know what's funny? I'm actually gonna sit right here and hope they don't even notice me. Oh, wait. Oh, yo, wait, what the flip was that? How did bro know exactly where what? Either way though, he actually picked up the UAV. So now what I could do, I mean, if I had a regular weapon, would be run in here and probably kill him, but I don't know. Oh, that's him. And that would have got me a UAV kill with the baseball bat too. I mean, I'm using a combat knife right now, but you know what I mean. That would have got me the UAV kill with the baseball bat, because basically in order to complete this challenge, you have to kill the exact person that picked up your UAV and called it in. Or not necessarily your UAV, but any UAV and called it in. And that's exactly where the difficulty comes in. The fact that you have to kill that specific person. And that's exactly why what you want to do is spawn in with this exact wild card right here, the battle ready wildcard. And what that does is makes you spawn in every single time with a UAV. I mean, you also spawn in with a utility box, but the main and most important part is the fact that you spawn in with a UAV. And you want to come to this camo building. What I like to do is ping the actual UAV itself so that it's always pinged for me. And I will just try to hide. I will just wait somewhere like here, hoping that someone runs in there, picks up the UAV. I'll wait for someone to do that, pop it, and then kill them with whatever weapon I've got. A lot of people were very confused when they didn't see me do it, but I mean, you literally just saw me do it with a combat knife one time, and that was straight away. It was literally first attempt.
Oh, sorry.
So it's really not as difficult as people actually make it out to be. If you do it that way, literally drop the UAV for someone to pick up, you wait for them to pop it, and then you kill them because you know exactly where they are, because you know exactly where the UAV was. You'll make that progress really, really quickly, regardless what weapon you're using. And again, the beautiful part about using that wild card is the fact that you have the UAV every single time you respawn. You don't have to keep buying them. So you can just land back there over and over again, keep dropping UAVs. Even if you die, you'll know where the UAV was and they'll pick it up off of your body. And most likely, or at least sometimes, pop the UAV. You can land back there, kill them. Bob's your uncle. Now, obviously, the baseball bat is probably the most difficult one to do out of all of those. And I mean, you saw me do it with the combat knife. I would have got that kill with the baseball bat too. But if you guys are struggling with it, you want to copy that exact method. By the way, you'll know when a UAV is popped if there's a red square around your minimap. Wait, is there a hacker? Wait, let me let this guy kill me. Hold up. I want to see this. I want to see this. Oh, he's got wall hacks. What the flip was that? Hey, buddy. Look, you want to hold him hostage like this, right? And then you want to release him. And then once you release him, he's confused. and then you kill it with whatever else. So what you want to do is that. But before you do that, you want to drop them your UAV. So you'll wait for them to pop the UAV. Then you will kill them with your regular weapon, hold them hostage, let them go, kill them with your melee weapon. Hopefully the UAV is still up and you will get that progress. But that is the best way to get the UAV kills. I'm not gonna lie, it is still quite difficult at times, but you just saw right there, it's most definitely possible, even with the baseball bat. Now, another challenge that people seem to struggle with is the sliding kills. And the reason why the sliding kills one is difficult, I believe you have to do that for the KSV SMG, if I'm not mistaken, but also the Goblin AR. Yeah, very, very annoying. It says get killed shortly after sliding. Now, the problem with that is it's not actually shortly after sliding. You have to get the kill while sliding. And that's where a lot of people get confused, because they'll see it say shortly after sliding, try to get the kill shortly after sliding, and it won't count. That's because you have to be sliding. And the way you'll know that you've actually made one count and made progress is if you get a low blow medal. It's funny because it's actually way more difficult than it would actually seem. And that's because people have armor in Warzone. So when you're trying to get a kill while sliding, you're just getting hit markers, really, which is then why you have to break their armor first and then down them. And if you get the low blow medal pop up just like that, that means you've made progress. The only way you're making progress is if you see that low blow medal pop up. If you don't see that low blow pop up, you've not made any progress towards the sliding kills. I'm sorry to break it to you. So once you change your mindset of getting the sliding kills while sliding rather than shortly after, that's when you'll make the progress. But again, the Goblin, which is a single fire assault rifle, that's where it gets a little bit difficult because it's single fire. So getting those kills on someone while sliding can be a little bit annoying, but you really just have to do the same thing. Try to break their armor before you start sliding, and then just go for it, spamming it as much as possible. Even if it's not in the first slide, do another slide straight after, and that's how you make the progress. If you see the low blow medal, you've made progress. One weapon that is actual torture is the SVD, for sure. It takes at least 3 shots to kill, which is the worst thing, especially with a sniper. The special challenges for this are get 2 kills whilst prone in 20 seconds. Honestly, you just have to get pretty lucky with that. You can wait until the end of the plane again and get the AFK kills, because you know a few people at least will be there. So if you get lucky, you can get the prone kills within 20 seconds so easily. Or again, you just go to that camo building, just lay on the roof and hope that 2 people run at you within 20 seconds. But you're gonna hope that one is at the beginning of the 20 seconds and one is towards the end, because with how slow this is to kill, it's flipping terrible. Just make sure you have the shot charges at the door too, so they're at a disadvantage, because this is so bad. 2 kills without taking damage. I personally would just wait until the end of the bus again. Hopefully there's no sweat. Trying to get the AFK kills as well, and you can just get kills easily there whilst they're AFK, so of course you're not taking damage. That's not what I did though. I kind of just played normally and tried my best to get those 2 kills without taking damage, but it wasn't the best method. I'm not gonna lie, it was very annoying. So personally, I would just try my luck at the end of the plane and hope I find AFK players. Also, I think I forgot to mention that you don't have to do the launches. I didn't do the launches. My launches are still camo-less in Warzone. Since there's only 2 launches and they added 2 new weapons in the Season 1 update, which were the SOG SMG and also the Krig C. That's 2 extra weapons that you have to be able to get the camos on, which means you do not have to do the launches. And I would personally say the launches are probably the worst thing that you could probably do in the game. There is ways to do them. I just wouldn't do them. I would actually prefer to do the melee weapons, genuinely. But now we move on to Gold Tiger, our first mastery camo in the Warzone grind. By the way, if there's any special challenge that I missed out that you guys have difficulty with, please let me know in the comments. I'll be answering as many as I can, but I think I got through the more difficult ones. Gold Tiger, basically what you have to do for pretty much every weapon is get 5 eliminations whilst being the most wanted contract target. Literally all you want to do is at the start of a game, land on the most wanted contract, pick it up, and then just get kills. There's really not much explaining to do with that. If you can pick one up in kind of a hot area, for example, if there's one in Old Town, like there was in my first game that you guys saw in this video, pick that up if you can and just take advantage of a lot of people being around you. I think you have around 3 minutes of a most wanted contract timer once you pick it up, but of course course, you don't have to get all 5 kills or whatever it is in that one contract. You could get 1 in each contract if you wanted to, but for maximum efficiency, you do really want to get as many kills as you can in each contract. So you just want to full send people. Once you start getting to the difficult weapons though, like the melee weapons, again, you only have to do 3 for the melee weapons rather than 5, but still it can be pretty annoying. You could do the same method of holding them hostage. You could hit them with stuns, shock charges, try to kill them with that. Again, it's only eliminations, so you could really just hurt someone and then they could die and you will get the progress. So that's honestly fine. With snipers and stuff like that, it does get kind of annoying, but not difficult. It's just a little bit more time consuming because it's less likely that you're going to get 5 of them done in one contract, but there's no stress really. Just get to a spot that you're comfortable with. Once you've got the contract, if you can get on that camo roof with the most wanted contracts, throw a shock charge down at the door, you are good. I didn't do this since I played solo the entire time, but if you have friends that you're playing with whilst doing this grind, that would help out a lot because you could pick up the most wanted contract and then they could help you kill people. I don't know, because you only need eliminations. So realistically, you could get 1 shot in someone with the SVD or 1 hit on someone with the knife. Your teammate could kill them and it will count. It's as simple as that. Next up, we've got King's Ransom, which is get 3 kills without dying 5 times. Here's the problem with this. Now, for the regular weapons like the assault rifles, SMGs and stuff, going on those 3 kill streaks is literally the easiest thing ever. Again, if you land at the top of that roof, put down the shock charge at the door, you can get those kill streaks done so easily. It got to the point where I was getting my weapons done. I was filling all of my loadouts with weapons that I need to complete King's Ransom for. I would end up completing them all in a game and then having to pick up other people's weapons that would come up and try to kill me. But for the difficult weapons like the snipers and stuff like that, same method as earlier, you want to have the sniper as your secondary. So once you've got the sniper's gold, for example, right, you're working on King's Ransom for all of your weapons. You want to have that sniper as your secondary, and once you're in a powerful position like on top of the roof, every so often you're gonna get the opportunity to snipe people that oh wait, come here buddy. Come here. Yeah. You're gonna get the opportunity to snipe people that are landing in, that are quite far away from you. There's just a bunch of different situations where it's gonna happen. Oh my. So you can get those out of the way by doing that. I don't think there was many times where I actually used the sniper as my main weapon and was just fully focusing on the sniper. I would say most of the time I was in a power position. You guys know the games where you feel like you're in a dominant position. People keep flying in, you keep getting easy kills. That's when I would just swap to my secondary, use the sniper and get all the easy kills that I can get and make that progress. Again, it's all about being efficient. You do not want to waste your time fully focusing on a weapon that just wastes a bunch of time. You don't. You want to do those at the same time as doing other things. Not to mention a big one again, you only need 3 kill streaks. So realistically, what you can do is wait for the AFK players at the end of the flight again and kill all of those. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to get 3 kills. If you do that for a couple games, you'll make the progress. So you can get them out of the way. Whichever method that you choose, I did the natural method for the majority of those. But if you're down bad, losing your head, yeah, you can definitely wait till the end of the flight and try to get one there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, leads us on to the penultimate camo, which is the Catalyst Camo. Now, if you don't know how to complete the Catalyst Camo, the challenge for that is get 5 kills whilst the enemy is affected by your tactical. So that can be a shock charge, that can be a stun grenade, that can be a flash grenade. It can be any of those. Now, you guys saw me making a bunch of progress with those, and there's different ways you can do it. You can use a concussion, you can use a shock charge. Unfortunately, this camo challenge is kind of bugged, so you will get kills where you've shock charged someone and killed them whilst they're shock charged, or you will concuss someone and kill them whilst they're concussed, and it just won't count. Nice. But what you want to see so that you know it actually completed is finish an enemy whilst they are affected. Oh wait. Okay, no, that wouldn't count. That was a little bit too late. That would have counted right there. You see that? Finish shocked enemy. And that's pretty much what I did. I just ran at people with my shock charge and just threw it at them. I didn't use concussions because, of course, the concussion can bounce. So you kind of have to predict where it's going to bounce and stuff like that, which caused a lot of inconsistencies, basically. He left the game. I'm so sorry. So yeah, definitely use the shock charge and you'll get those out of the way so quickly. If you don't feel like you did it quick enough, you can try to throw another one whilst they're down and do that. But honestly, I don't know if that actually makes a difference. See that guy? Run into that. Yeah, see? There we go. I don't know if that one would have counted, but that's pretty much what you want to go for. See this guy right here? This is my target. What you can also do is get a few bullets in them. But this guy's weak now, right? So this is what I would do. That's what I would do. And then that's a shocked enemy killed with my combat knife. You don't run into people like that every time you try to do it, but you will run into people doing that. And if you can identify that, you'll be able to take advantage of that. I'm so glad I'm making this guide now because it's been so frustrating seeing people say, oh, you didn't show any progress of that. How did you do that? That thing's impossible. You can't have done that quick. Now I can actually show you me doing all of these within a few games. All it takes is knowing exactly what to do. Obviously, with the easier weapons, you don't have to go through all of that hassle. You can just do the usual method of throwing the shock charge and killing people. But with the melee weapons, you probably want to get them weak first, which will be kind of annoying, but you'll be able to get it done for sure. And then you can move on to the Abyss Camo Challenge. Once you've got Catalyst for every weapon, you move on to Abyss, and that is get 5 kills without dying 2 times. Now, you really only have to do this for weapons that you actually want to do it on. So typically that will be some sort of SMG, that will be some sort of assault rifle for most people, maybe a sniper. Again, it's the exact same thing. You just want to go to the camo building, get on the roof, use the shock charges with, that's the perk, Quartermaster. Quartermaster recharges your equipment. That combination changes everything, I'm telling you. If you throw the shock charges at the door, they cannot get up there and kill you without them running into the shock charge. Just make sure you keep closing the door and you'll just have the time of your life. You can hear the audio cues of whether they're climbing up the ladders, whether it's the ladders inside the little door or whether it's the ladders on the side of the building, and you can just get the kills as easy as you want. You can even look out the side of the building and get as many kills as you want because you can hear people coming up the ladders, so you won't be surprised. And even if you don't hear it, you'll have a shock charge there to be able to stop them. The shock charge will make them shoot most of their bullets, so they don't even have enough bullets left to be able to kill you. I'm telling you, that is the method. It just saves so much time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you unlock the Abyss Camo in only 3 days. With all of that advice, if you figure out the best times for you to be able to complete these different weapons, if you start using overkill and having 2 weapons on each class, getting all of those done and setting up different loadouts with the next weapons that you need to get done. So if you complete the camo challenges in a specific game, you can just change your loadout mid-game. Once you get in a roll with it and figure out how to do all of those little things, I'm telling you, your life will be so much easier. Just to show you my current standing in the leaderboards, I haven't played Plunder in a few days since finishing the camo grind, so I've definitely dropped a lot, but I'm currently at 113 in the world. My time played is 3 days and 9 hours, so yes, it is possible to get it done within 3 days. Bear in mind, I was also learning all of the stuff that I just told you guys about whilst I was doing it, so if I knew all of those things, I would have it done way quicker. Also, if you look at the eliminations, I'm still top 20 in the world for that. My KD ratio now is a little bit higher than what it was because since I finished the camo grind, I've been able to just hop in and just get kills, but it was at about an early 2 KD. So for all of you that thought I was boosting, I mean, clearly not because everyone else in the top 20 has a way higher KD than me. If I was boosting, there's no way I would only be getting 2 kills and then dying. Also, quickly, just to address the claims that I had someone else on my account playing to get these camos for me, I don't understand why people find it so hard to believe that I did this. I really don't get it. Those of you guys that have been here for a while know that I do this every year, but those of you guys that think I had other people playing, I mean, clearly that also means you do believe it's possible to get it that quick. You just don't think I hardly slept. Okay. I slept around 4 hours each night, which actually wasn't too bad in comparison to the dark matter grind, which was of course a lot quicker, so I was sleeping a lot less. Also, people ask why didn't I stream it. I mean, it's because I'm not a streamer.
Well, duh.
I don't know, man. I don't even know how to answer these questions anymore. Hopefully this video helps you guys unlock Abyss. If I did miss anything in this entire video, then please let me know in the comments down below, and that could definitely help someone else who is on this camo grind. And I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.